You know, there's something rather fascinating about the person who wakes up on their birthday and simply no fanfare, no expectation. They brush their teeth, make their coffee, and step into the day as if it were any other Thursday or Monday or whatever it happens to be. And society looks at this person with a mixture of bewilderment and concern. What's wrong with them, people wonder. Don't they know it's their special day? But let me ask you this, what if nothing is wrong with them at all? What if, in fact, they've stumbled upon something rather profound? A kind of liberation that most of us spend our entire lives running away from. You see, we've been sold a curious story about birthdays. We've been told that this particular rotation of the Earth around the Sun, this arbitrary point in the cosmic dance, is somehow more significant than all the others. That on this day you are entitled to attention, celebration, validation from the outside world. And if you don't receive it, oh, the tragedy, the disappointment, the feeling that something essential has been denied to you. But the person who treats their birthday like a normal day, they're not playing that game anymore. They've seen through it. Not because they're joyless or depressed or missing out on something wonderful, but because they've discovered something even more wonderful, the absolute sufficiency of this moment, regardless of what the calendar says. Think about it. A birthday is really just a measuring stick we've invented to track our journey toward death. Congratulations, you've survived another year. You're 1 year closer to not existing, about getting older. The birthday celebration, for most people, is an attempt to pause time, to create a moment where the universe must acknowledge them, where they can feel significant in the face of their own impermanence. It's a little ritual we perform to convince ourselves that we matter, that we're not just a brief flash of consciousness in an indifferent cosmos. But here's the thing, you already matter, not because of what day it is, not because people remember to send you messages or buy you gifts. You matter because you're here. You're experiencing this extraordinary mystery of being alive, of being aware, of being this particular pattern of energy and consciousness that has never existed before and will never exist again. The person who treats their birthday like a normal day has understood something crucial. They don't need external validation to confirm their existence. They don't need the world to stop and applaud them for having completed another orbit. They've found a kind of quiet confidence in simply being, without needing the day to be special for them, to feel that they themselves are worthwhile. Now, this doesn't mean they're stoic or unfeeling. They might still enjoy a slice of cake if someone offers it. They might appreciate a kind word from a friend. But they're not dependent on these things. Their sense of okayness doesn't hinge on whether the day meets certain expectations, and that, my friends, is a tremendous freedom. Let's go deeper into this. Why do we feel this need for birthdays to be special in the first place? Well, it goes back to the fundamental illusion that most of us live under, the illusion that there's a separate self that needs to be reinforced, acknowledged, celebrated by the world outside. From the time you were very young, you were taught that you are a distinct entity, a somebody, and that being somebody requires constant maintenance. You need achievements, you need recognition, you need proof that you're valuable. And birthdays become one of those annual opportunities to collect that proof, to gather evidence that, yes, you exist, yes, you matter, yes, people care about you. But watch what happens when that proof doesn't arrive in the way you expected. When fewer people remember, when the celebrations feel hollow or obligatory, ordinary, there's disappointment, there's hurt, there's this gnawing feeling that something has gone wrong. The person who treats their birthday like a normal day has somehow bypassed this whole mechanism. They've stopped believing that their worth needs to be demonstrated through external events. They've realized that the self that needs all this celebration and validation is, in a sense, a fiction, a story we tell ourselves, a role we've been playing so long we've forgotten we're acting. Let me tell you something about time. We think of it as this linear thing, past, present, future, all lined up like train cars. And birthdays mark our progress along this track. I'm 30 now. I'm 40. I'm 40. I'm 50. You're always in this moment, this eternal now. The person you were yesterday is already gone. The person you'll be tomorrow doesn't exist yet. All you ever have is this present moment of awareness, and that awareness doesn't age. It doesn't get older. It hasn't changed. Only the body changes. Only the accumulated memories change. But the essential you, the awareness itself, is timeless. When you really grasp this, birthdays start to seem rather quaint, don't they? Let's all pretend that today is different from yesterday, because the Earth has returned to approximately the same position relative to the Sun. It's charming, but it's also completely arbitrary. The person who treats their birthday like a normal day isn't rejecting celebration. They're rejecting the need for celebration. There's a difference. One comes from lack, from a hole that needs filling. The other comes from fullness, from a deep contentment with what is. Now, you might be thinking, but isn't this a bit cold, a bit isolated? Don't we need these rituals to connect with others, to feel part of the human tribe? And yes, there's truth in that. We are social creatures. We do need connection. But let me suggest that there are two very different kinds of connection available to us. The first kind is connection based on need, on deficit. I need you to remember my birthdays so I can feel loved. I need you to celebrate me so I can feel significant. I need this validation from you to feel okay about myself. This kind of connection is exhausting for everyone involved. It's transactional. It's keeping score. It's always asking, am I getting what I'm owed? I'm already okay. I'm already whole. Oi, PC ans. And from this place of wholeness, I genuinely enjoy sharing this moment with you, whether it's my birthday or any other day. It's a meeting of two beings who are complete in themselves, coming together not out of need, but out of the simple pleasure of communion. The person who treats their birthday like a normal day often operates from this second kind of connection. They're not sitting at home bitter and alone, nursing resentment that nobody made a fuss. They're simply living their life, open to whatever arises, whether that's a quiet cup of tea and a good book, or an unexpected phone call from an old friend, or a spontaneous dinner that turns into something memorable. They're available to life as it unfolds, rather than demanding that life conform to their expectations about how this day should go. There's a kind of maturity in this, isn't there? A kind of psychological sophistication. Most of us remain children in this regard, always wanting the world to give us what we think we need, pay attention to, validate me, make me feel special. But the person who's outgrown this isn't denying their needs or pretending they don't want connection. They've simply stopped believing that their okayness depends on getting it. And paradoxically, and life is full of these delicious paradoxes, it's often these very people who end up having the richest birthdays when they do celebrate, because when they gather with friends or family, it's not fraught with expectation and potential disappointment. There's no hidden scorecard tallying up whether people are being sufficiently enthusiastic. There's just genuine presence, genuine joy in being together. The celebration happens naturally, spontaneously, without all the neurotic overlay of, is this enough? Am I being sufficiently appreciated? Let me tell you about something I've observed. The people most insistent on making a big deal about their birthday are often the people most anxious about time passing. They're fighting against mortality, against irrelevance, against the creeping suspicion that maybe they haven't accomplished what they should have by now. The birthday becomes a kind of protest. I'm still here. I still matter. Don't forget about me. And I have great compassion. It's a very human struggle. We're all aware, at some level, that our time is limited, that one day there will be a birthday that doesn't come. And this awareness, this knowledge of our own impermanence, can be terrifying if you haven't made peace with it. But the person who treats their birthday like a normal day has often done exactly that, made peace with impermanence. They've accepted that they're going to die, not in a morbid, depressing way, but in a way that actually makes life more vivid, more precious. When you're not fighting against time, when you're not anxiously trying to prove your significance before it's too late, you can actually be present for the miraculous ordinariness of each moment. Every breath becomes a gift. Every conversation becomes potentially meaningful. Every sunrise, not just the one on your birthday, becomes worth noticing. You don't need a special occasion to appreciate being alive, because the mere fact of being alive is the special occasion. Every day is a birthday, really. A new day being born, bringing with it infinite possibilities. This is what I mean by psychological maturity. It's not about becoming hard or cynical or above it all. It's about waking up to the actual texture of existence, rather than living in the abstract world of concepts like my birthday, or my special day, or what I deserve. Those are all thoughts, stories, interpretations. The reality is much simpler and much more wonderful. You're here, now, alive and aware. What more could you possibly need? And here's another interesting thing. When you stop needing your birthday to be special, you often start noticing how special everything else is. The sunset on a random Tuesday, the laugh of a stranger in a cafe, the feeling of warm water on your hands as you wash dishes. These tiny, ordinary moments reveal themselves to be absolutely extraordinary when you're not waiting for some future special occasion to give you permission to be happy. The person who treats their birthday like a normal day isn't missing out on joy. They've just expanded joy beyond the narrow confines of marked calendar dates. So when someone tells you they don't care much about birthday, perhaps resist the urge to feel sorry for them or to diagnose them with some psychological deficit. Consider instead that they might have found something you're still looking for, the ability to be at peace with life exactly as it is, without needing it to deliver specific experiences on specific days to make you feel okay. They've discovered the secret that every spiritual tradition has pointed toward in its own way, that you are already whole, already enough, already home, not on your birthday, not when you achieve something great, not when everyone finally recognizes your worth, but now, always now, always now, in this breath, in this moment, in this perfectly ordinary, perfectly extraordinary experience of being alive. And that, my friends, is something worth celebrating, not once a year, but in every single moment you're fortunate enough to witness.